I'm checking this to check it out. So, today's video, I'm tired now. But anyway, yeah, today's video, we're going to talk about karma, right? And this is something, right, that I never really believed in. I always thought it was a coping method, right, for people. A coping method where, you know, because we all know when something, we all know what something that's happened bad to somebody, and they always say, "Oh, well, you know, karma will get them," or what, you know, whatever, right? It could be yourself who says that, you know. We all know somebody, or we all do, or we all say it, right? Again, I always thought this was a coping method, okay, to deal with someone doing bad onto somebody else, or someone doing bad onto you, right? I always thought it was a coping method, but I've actually kind of been forced into believing that it's true. Like there's been too many instances now, right, where I've got no choice but to believe it. You see, but that was a fucking coincidence, or all these different times they've all been coincidences. Well, no, I'm not someone who really believes in too many coincidences, right? So I don't know. So I do believe it, but do I believe that everybody gets karma? Maybe not. But do I believe in it now? Well, in regards to myself, yes, I do. Right? Again, I've been forced into believing this, right? From a chain of events, what's been going on in my life for the last few years. Okay, I've kind of been forced into believing it. Okay, and for somebody who's always kind of, you know, rubbished, you know, the claims of, you know, that karma's real, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow in a way, you know. But I've swallowed a lot of tough pills throughout my life. Mostly no fault of my own. But hey, I'm not gonna whinge about that. Just gonna get on with it. But yeah, so I kind of been forced into believing it. So it's kind of a shock to the system, especially when, again, over the chain of events what's happened, right? And basically, so just going back now, probably about let's start from my mid-20s. I'll say it's about my mid-20s, or maybe my early 20s. Yeah, let's say my early 20s even, all the way up until my early 30s, right? I've always kind of had a blase attitude in terms of, in regards to who I've been with at the time, right? I fucking go in there, man. Fucking hell. Some light indicating. Anyway, I've always kind of had a blase attitude, right? When I've kind of been when I've been with people, right? And you know, I was doing what the fuck I wanted to do. Didn't really care who I hurt in the process. Yeah, I just didn't really give a damn. I don't really care. In terms of, well, I didn't really care in terms of, okay, in terms of me doing things I shouldn't be doing, right? Let's just put it that way. And you know, me being a certain way, and you know, just being a prick for no reason, right? So that's how it always was, right? And I kind of didn't learn my lesson early enough, because, you know, once one relationship was done, it's got a next trick like that, easy, you know. I never really had no issues getting women. So when you're that way for a long time and just doing whatever, there's no time, you know, you don't get time to understand what's going on. You don't get time to reflect. All right? But eventually you do. Eventually you will. That's happened to me, right? And yeah. So I'm trying to think how to describe it. So okay, I'll say okay. So from the last person I was with, right? From year 2000 and no, where was it now? Okay, 2020. Okay, yeah, 2020 was 2019-20. From then, right? What happened was, got involved with somebody who was a fucking nightmare, right? And I thought, okay, you know what, whatever. That disappeared. Cool. Then I got involved with somebody else. That person was just as big as the nightmare, right? So at this point, I'm thinking, you know what the fuck's going on here? Like, why is this happening now? My ears started to perk up, figuratively speaking, right? So okay, so I moved on from that on to somebody else. And that person was a nightmare. So now we're on the third time now. We're on the third, whatever you call it. So yeah, so we're on the third time now. So now, at that point, now it's, I could not ignore it. I couldn't ignore it because it was just too glaringly obvious that what's happening is a direct result of what I've done unto other people in the past. And so yeah, so there's 3 instances, right? So before these 3 instances happened, I kind of said to myself, because you know, if you got a bit of a conscience about you, or you know, you got a level of objectivity, right, able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, look at things objectively, have a bit of accountability for who you are. I kind of had a bit of an epiphany, right, a few years ago. I thought, you know what, I didn't really like the person who I was. I didn't really like the person causing too much people, was causing too much people drama, too much people stress. You know what I mean? You know, good people. You know what I mean? Like, why? I didn't like it. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna start changing that. I'm gonna start minding what I do, minding how I am, minding what, you know, just minding how I am with people, what I do, what I say, those kind of things, right? But so when I had that epiphany, basically, right, that's when the fucked up shit started happening, right? So here we are. I've had to fully accept that for me, karma's real, right? And you know what? And if you're anything like how I was, or you know, if you was anything like how I was, then you have to be willing to accept the consequences of your actions, right? And it's gonna come bite you in your ass. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not big and it's not clever, right? Because it's not good, right? It's not good. You know, I've had it up to here now. Like, I'm full. I've had enough, right? I'm waving the white flag. I've had enough. I get it. I accept it. I know my wrongdoings, right? So whoever's dishing out the karma, I've had enough, right? You've won. I've learned a lesson. I've got it, right? But if you're gonna be someone like who I was, you gotta learn. You gotta be willing to accept the consequences. You gotta be willing to, when karma comes and knocks on the door, you gotta learn to fucking welcome it with open arms. You gotta welcome it with open arms. You gotta embrace it. You gotta fucking love it. Fucking love it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta learn to love it, right? Because if you don't learn to love it, if you don't learn to embrace it, right, it's gonna fuck it. you're gonna be real fucked up, right? You're gonna be real fucked up. So like I was saying, I had to learn to love it. I had to learn to accept it, learn to love it, learn to open with open arms and deal with it. I had to do it, because if I didn't look at it that way, then again I'll be another person out there angry and mad at the world for what? No. This is your undoing, right? It's come out for you. It's come out to haunt you. Fucking deal with it. So I have to fucking deal with it, right? So I'm not necessarily moaning about it. I could moan about it, but whatever. But you gotta accept it. You gotta accept it, man. You know. Yeah, you know, I've just had enough, really, man. I think, you know what? Yeah, I've had enough now. Someone save me. Fucking. I'm laughing because that's just, you know, you gotta laugh it, because you don't laugh, you go fucking cry. Trust me, if I won't laugh it, I will cry. Believe that. Believe it. Right? So, you know what? I remember someone I was with, right? She said that one day you'll end up sad and lonely. One day you'll end up sad and lonely. Remember she said it to me? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck off. Right? I'll just go get me a Netflix tomorrow. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't get a Netflix tomorrow, but you know, well, I got one anyway. I didn't get one soon after that. But that's not the point. And to be honest, that ain't too far from the truth, you know. Not because I can't get nobody. It's not about that. It's about that I'll probably be forced into making that decision for myself. That's what. Because if this is how things are going to be going forward, right? Dealing with people who cause me trouble and strife, then you know what, I want to say fuck it, I'll be asked. So I'll just be with myself, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Or at least not be really involved with anybody, right? So again, not necessarily because I won't be able to get nobody, but I'll be forced into making that decision. So that might be a very realistic probability. Could be, you know, she could be right. She could be right. But time will tell. But anyway, the take home message here is, you know what? Be careful what you do around people. Be careful how you act. Be careful what you do and how you affect other people. Right? Be careful. Because someone will always be affected by your actions, right? Especially, you know, I'm talking about people who've done nothing to you, and you'll do, and for them to deserve anything bad to happen to them, right? Be careful what you do. Be careful what you are, because shit will come knocking on your door. Well, it might come knocking on your door, right? So take it from me. Take it from somebody who didn't believe in karma, right? I got forced into believing it, right? So. Before I go, be mindful of the tone and delivery, because you never know what a call may be going through. Okay? And shout out to Nick J for that. That's what I was saying. Right? So yeah. So hopefully take on board what I'm saying, and be a good wholesome person.